So your firm is growing and you need help. You need to add to your team. But the question is, who do you add? An associate attorney or a paralegal? Both of them can cost you big time if they're not doing the right work. Bring on the wrong role and you'll end up paying for help while still drowning in the same problems. In this video, I'm going to answer the question, who should you hire next, an attorney or a paralegal? Because making the right call here, that's what sets you up to actually scale your firm without burning out. Coming up, you're going to learn 3 things every solo or small firm owner needs to know before making the next hire. First, how to figure out exactly what kind of help your practice needs right now, so you're not just guessing. Second, what an attorney can do versus what a paralegal could do, and how to match each one to the work that's actually on your plate. And third, how to make a confident, strategic decision that supports your long-term goals and actually frees up your time. Stick around to the end because we're going to pull it all together into a simple framework that you can use today. Hiring for your law firm is a lot like staffing a restaurant. You don't bring on another chef when the real problem is out front. Seating's backed up, orders are piling up, customers are waiting, and the kitchen's just fine. Same goes for your firm. You might be thinking, I need another attorney to help with the legal work. But the real bottleneck is in intake, client follow-up, document prep, or task management. In that case, hiring another attorney just adds more food to the line with no one to get it to the table. That's why before you hire, you got to figure out, where is the pressure building up? What kind of help will actually clear the bottleneck and give you more breathing room? Let's break it down so you can make the decision with clarity and confidence and hire someone who actually solves your biggest problem. First step, identify your bottleneck. Where are you spending the most time right now? What's eating up your energy but not generating real revenue? And what's getting delayed or dropped altogether because you're stretched too thin? Here's how to answer those questions. For the next 3 days, audit and track everything you do. Every single task. Then at the end of each day, highlight anything that doesn't require you as an attorney to do. Those are the first things you should be delegating, and that will tell you exactly what kind of hire you need. Because before you decide who to hire, you have to get brutally honest about what's actually slowing you down. Now that you've got clarity on the kind of work you need off your plate, let's talk about what each role brings to the table. Paralegals are great for task execution. Things like document prep, managing checklists, keeping the case moving, and staying in touch with clients. Attorneys, on the other hand, are focused on legal strategy. They're taking depositions, going to court, handling legal research, writing briefs, advising clients, and billing at a higher hourly rate. Think of it this way. Paralegals increase efficiency while attorneys expand capacity. So the next question is, how do you match the right role to the work that's bogging you down? If your day is packed with repeatable, process-driven tasks, hire a paralegal. If you're turning down cases or you need someone who can take a file and run with it from start to finish, then you need an attorney. If you're overwhelmed in both areas, go with the one that frees up the most time per dollar, as each bills at a much different rate. Speaking of dollars, let's look at cost and return on investment. Sure, paralegals cost less per hour than attorneys, but don't just look at the hourly rate. Look at what you can do with the time that person frees up for you. What could you bill or produce if you weren't doing those tasks? How long will it take for that person to pay for themselves? Not just in what they do, but in what they allow you to do. The cheaper role isn't always the smarter hire. The smarter hire is the one that gives you the greatest return on your time and attention. If the new hire frees up more of your time to take on new cases, then maybe you don't need that associate after all. Let's ground this with a few real-world scenarios. If you're behind on paperwork, client follow-up, or procedural tasks, start with a paralegal. If you're staying up late drafting motions or prepping cases you should be handing off, then it's time for you to hire an attorney. If you're overwhelmed but not sure where the pain is coming from, do that workflow audit I talked about and use that data to make the call. Now that you know who your next hire should be, paralegal or attorney, the next step is making sure you pick the right person for the job. Hiring isn't just about skill. It's about mindset, adaptability, and whether they can grow with your firm. So if you want to avoid costly mishires, check out these next videos for your first interview. It'll help you find out how comfortable your candidate is with change, and you'll know the killer interview question to ask when hiring. The links are in the description. Check them out now.